Okay, so I had one of these Watch Onn 4K Pro streaming devices. These are built to be so much better than the Amazon Firesticks, the Amazon Fire TV Cube, and at a discount price. Now, I had mine shipped to the UK, and I'm going to find out how good it is or how usable it is in the UK and how cost effective it is to have one in the UK. Stick around, all the details coming up shortly. Don't forget to like this video, share it and subscribe to my channel. Doing these three things help us make more great videos for you. So as I say, I had this shipped over to me here in the UK. Well, unfortunately, Walmart don't deliver to the UK. So with the help and thanks of CordcuttersLI, go check out his channel. I'm going to put a link to it in this video at the end, and I'm going to put a link down in the description down below. Thank you very much. Now, in terms of is it worth the money to have it shipped over to the UK? So first of all, the cost of the unit, $54.18, including tax. Then you've got the shipping to the UK, $46.95. Then a few dollars for a box to put it in and some packaging. Then when you receive it in the UK, the costs don't stop there. Even though this was sent to me as a gift, I still had to pay £8.83 VAT, and then I had to pay another £8 to Royal Mail for processing the whole thing. So at today's exchange rate on the 21st of May 2024, $101.13 actually equates to £79.50. Plus you've got your £16.83, that's your £8.83 VAT and your £8 processing fee from Royal Mail, which brings the grand total to £96.33 less the packaging. However, I have seen one of these on eBay today for £95, including postage to the UK. On top of this, you are going to need a UK to US power converter plug. So let's have a look at the device itself. So it's a 4K streaming device. It's got Google TV built into it. Google, so you can actually just say Google, use it as a Google device. Got Chromecast, so you can cast the stuff from your Android phone or tablet onto the TV screen. Dolby Vision and Atmos, and the connection to the TV is an HDMI connection. Looking at the side, not a lot on the side there, not a lot on that side there. But if we have a look at the back, we've got some specs for you there. So as you can see there you go, 4K ultra high definition resolution TV streaming, Dolby Atmos, Dolby Vision, fast Wi-Fi, has Wi-Fi 6. It's got a Find My Remote feature, so if you lose your remote, you can push a button on there and it finds your remote. Easily cast your photos, videos and music with Chromecast built in. Discover more than 800 free live TV channels and 700,000 plus movies and shows across 10,000 apps with Google TV. Well, that is going to be more restrictive in the UK because certainly not all of those are going to be available to you in the UK. They're only licensed for the US. Let's have a look at the specs. So 4K ultra high definition resolution. The CPU central processing unit is a quad-core Cortex A55, exactly the same as the Fire TV Stick 4K Max second generation. The GPU is a Mali G31 MP2, which really on performance is equivalent again to the Amazon Fire TV Stick 4K Max second generation. It's got 3 GB of RAM, whereas the Fire TV Stick second generation 4K Max has only got 2, the same really as the Fire TV Cube, that's only got 2, and it's got 32 GB of storage. That's double what the 4K Max second generation and Fire TV Cube has. It's got Wi-Fi 6, the same again as the 4K Max second generation and the Fire TV Cube. It's got a USB 3 port, whereas the Cube and the second generation 4K Max has only got a USB 2 port. And this also has a built-in Ethernet socket, the same as the Fire TV Cube, not a gigabit, only 100 megabits. So what's in the box? We've got one 4K Pro streaming device, a remote control with 2 AAA batteries, HDMI cable which is 1.5 meters, an AC adapter with cable which is 1.49 meters, and a quick start guide. So without further ado, let's have a look at what's in the box. The box wasn't actually sealed, but we have got the ONN box here. If I just take that out, we've got actually on the sticker, it tells us all of the connections that are on there, the DC and USB 3, HDMI, Ethernet, and the reset switch. It tells you how to connect it to your TV. So it says connect the HDMI cable from the device to the TV's HDMI port, connection with power, connect the included power adapter to the 4K Pro. It says to make sure that the device and TV are at least 12 inches away, and it's got up here, set up your 4K Pro, place 4K Pro 12 inches away from any devices, don't place 4K Pro in a closed cabinet. See Quick Start Guide for more information. And there on the front there's a little logo that tells you about the Find My Remote button. It also shows you on the side the mic on and off switch so that you can stop Google from listening to you. So let's open this up. So there we go. That just peels off like so, and let's slip the device out. So as you can see here, here's the speaker on the top, as shown on the little packaging there. There you go. There is the Find My Remote button. Let's spin it round. We've got the reset button just there. We've got the Ethernet port there. We've got the HDMI port there, and we've got the USB 3 port just there. Might be a bit difficult to see, but that is blue in there. There you go. And we've got the power connector in there. And then on this side here, there you go. There's the microphone on and off switch to stop Google from listening to us. So on the bottom there, we've got all the details. Nice little rubber sort of base there to stop it from slipping. If you're putting it on a table near a TV, then that's going to stop it from sliding around as you can barely move it. And the next thing we're going to do is power the device on. And there we have it. So first of all, it's going to ask us to select our language. So I've selected English United States. Select your country or region. Okay, now connect it to a Wi-Fi. So let's just go into my Wi-Fi, and I'm going to enter my password. Once I've entered the Wi-Fi password, go down to the tick in the bottom right hand corner of the on-screen keyboard, middle button, should be connecting. There you go, connected. And now it's doing a system update. Now, because this has come out of the factory, it's probably sat on a shelf for months. There are updates. So just be patient with this. Let it do what it needs to do. Okay, so I think the update installed. The device is now rebooting, and it's now asking me to sign in with my Google account. So I've signed in. It's now asking me to accept the terms of service, and it's saying, did you know that your TV has settings and that you can change them now or later in settings? So okay, got it. It's asking us now to accept which Google services that we're going to use, and it's asking, do we want to stay up to date with Google TV and related features? So it's given us a bit of a run through on Google Assistant, and it's asking us if we want to allow it to search across all your TV apps. So i.e. if you want to search for a program or a TV show or a film, then allowing this will hopefully allow them to search all of the apps that you've got installed. It's now asking us to choose the services that we are likely to use. It's automatically selected YouTube. I don't think we can remove that. No, we can't. So let's just confirm that. And it's telling us now, use your TV hands-free with Google Assistant. You can now use your TV without your remote. Just say something like, Google, find me action movies, and your Google Assistant will do the rest. When you tap the mic button the first time, you will be asked whether you want to enable hands-free mode. Control volume and power with ONN Streaming 4K Device Pro's remote. So here you can set it up so that it will turn your TV up and down and turn your TV on and off. So I'm going to do this later. So now it's setting up Google TV. Okay, so we now have a message come up saying start exploring. And here we are. This is the main menu of the Google TV. And if we have a look at your apps just down there, I can see that we've already got ITVX and My5. So let's just try going into ITVX. Now, I think this isn't going to work. I think it's going to say that the app isn't available to this, the application unavailable. The manufacturer or operating system provider for this device has not secured the necessary rights for this application. So basically, because the device is for the American market, ITVX won't work on here out of the box. However, stick around, I have got a trick to get it working. Let's try channel 5. I'm just going to log into channel 5 and see what happens. So I've managed to sign into my 5. Let's go to start watching. Let's try watching something. And yes, it's playing. I've had to blur it out because I don't have the rights to show this, but it is working. Although on here I can see ITVX and my 5, I can't see BBC iPlayer. So let's just try searching for that. So I'm just going to press the microphone button on the remote control, and it's come up, says talk to Google hands-free. Your assistant can help you when you say hey Google. If you agree, Google Assistant will wait in standby mode to detect hey Google, even if your screen is off. Assistant may activate when you didn't intend it to. For instance, when there's a noise that sounds like hey Google, you can turn this off at any time in the settings menu. So here you've got an option. Yes, I'm in if you want to activate it, or no thanks if you don't, but you can turn this on or off at a later date. So I'm going to say yes, I'm in. So it says you're all set. You can now talk to Google Assistant hands-free. Try saying Google followed by show me the movies that are free to me. And there we go. It's now searching for free movies. But what I want to do is I want to search for BBC iPlayer. So hey Google, BBC iPlayer. And it says, sorry, I couldn't find that channel. Try saying show me the TV guide. Google, Channel 4. That's another app from the UK that no, it can't find. So anyway, okay, so if it can't find those, it won't be able to on yours. Then what we're going to do is we are going to sideload them onto this device. So let's just go up to the cog just up there, and then go into it, and then go down to apps and across and find ITVX. This is the first thing. We need to remove it. It doesn't work anyway. So just find ITVX, go across to the right, go to uninstall, middle button, and then middle button again to confirm, and that will uninstall the defunct ITVX. You can also go through there and uninstall any other apps that you're not likely to be using. So you can go through most of these. Some won't allow you to uninstall, like YouTube and YouTube Music, but the rest, like Prime Video, Netflix, My5, Disney Plus, Apple TV, it will allow you to remove those, no problem. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to search for downloader. Google downloader. So there we go. We want this one here, downloader by AFTV News. Make sure that is highlighted, middle button, and then press the middle button again to install. Once it's installed, then middle button again, have a look at the quick start guide, and then middle button again, and then go up to the enter a URL, search term or shortcode, middle button, and type in there 21203. So that is 21203, and then go down to the arrow just at the bottom right hand corner of the on-screen keyboard, middle button. If you get stuck on this page here, then choose your cookie options. I'm just going to accept them, and hopefully in a few seconds it should divert to my website. Again, choose your cookie options for my website. Then scroll down until you get to BBC iPlayer, Android TV. Put your little red circle anywhere over the logo, middle button. And if you get an advert come up, close it. And then hopefully in a few seconds, it should start to download. And then once it's downloaded, you may well see this. For your security, your phone currently isn't allowed to install unknown apps from this source. You can change this in settings. So if you've used this for the first time, then this will come up. So press the middle button, and then make sure that you turn on the switch for downloader so that it shows allowed, and then go across to install, middle button, and let it install. Once it's installed, go to done, so middle button, and then press the back button, and then you should see this come up. Go across to delete, middle button, go across to the second delete, middle button, and then the next thing you want to do is go down to ITVX and do the same thing. So circle over it, middle button, and hopefully this time you shouldn't get this unknown apps warning, and then it should start downloading. Hopefully shouldn't take too long. It's only a small file. Once it's downloaded, then it'll give you the option to install it. There you go. Go across to install, middle button, and let it install. Shouldn't take too long. Once it says app installed, highlight done, middle button, and then go across to delete there, middle button, go across to the second delete, middle button, and then keep tapping the left-hand part of the circle on the remote, go up to home, middle button, press the back button a couple of times, and just keep pressing it until you get back to the main menu. Now let's go across to ITVX, middle button. And as you can see, it's now loading. And hopefully in a few seconds, there we go, we've got the privacy information. So let's just continue on that. Asking us to type in our postcode. So I've done that. It says postcode recognised. Go to continue. And there we are. It's now gone in. And let's try BBC iPlayer as well. So let's just go across to BBC iPlayer. And there we are. It's now loading up. So it says either mobile or computer. So let's just sign into that. I've popped my code in and hopefully in a few seconds, we should sign in. Just got to OK the privacy notice and we're rocking. Unfortunately, you can't get channel 4. That there just doesn't seem to be a way of getting that at the moment. So let's just have a look at another feature, the Find My Remote feature. So I've got a button on the front there, just push that and the remote is making a noise and flashing. So just push any button on the remote to stop it. Or you can say, Google, find my remote. And there you go. It starts making that noise. So if you lost it down the back of the sofa, you can find it. Next thing I'm going to try and do is I'm going to try and plug a flash drive that's formatted to NTFS into the USB port. Now let's just have a look and see. So there you go. Issue with Toshiba USB drive. Hold down the house button for more info. So let's just do that. There you go. It says there's an issue with the USB drive. It says it's corrupt. Select to fix. So let's just go to browse because I've got some stuff on there. And let's just see if it can find anything that's on there. So all it says is that it's safe to eject. So I'm just going to plug a FAT32 USB drive in and let's see what happens. And it's come up that it's checking the drive. If I go across to settings, there you go, USB drive, select to set up. So we want to browse it because I want to look at movies and TV shows that I've put on there. So yes, we've got the option there to see the total space. If I go into VLC, Google VLC, and it tells me, yeah, it's detected the storage now. So do you want to import or integrate into the media library? Yes. I've only got one file on there, but there we have it, the Integral 64, which is my flash drive, and it should have a file on here. There you go. I've had to blur that out, unfortunately, but it is there. Now, what does it mean that you can only use FAT32 formatted drives? Well, that means there's a file size limit of 4 gigabytes. That is the same, unfortunately, on the Fire TV Stick 4K Max 2nd generation and all the other generations. I think it's only the Fire TV Cube that allows NTFS storage to be plugged in, which means that you can have bigger files. So the bottom line is, if you are going to put movies and TV shows onto a USB stick, then you need to ensure that they are less than 4 gigabytes in size. So I would recommend perhaps encoding them into HEVC format, which is far more efficient than other formats. So what are the other limitations? Well, I've found that gaming on this isn't great. So if you're buying it for playing games, then forget it. Dolby Vision struggles with 24 frames per second. Hopefully that's something they can fix. I've also seen that apparently it will not play music directly through the speaker on the device. It has to go through the HDMI, so through your TV or your surround sound system. So if you've got your TV turned off and you're trying to play music, you won't hear anything. However, if you ask it a question, then it should come through the speaker if your TV is turned off. Another thing to point out, on the remote control, you've got this button up here, and this is a custom button. So you can push that, and then what you can do is you can select either a favorite app or a display input for your TV to switch to when you press the star button, this button just here in the top right hand corner. So if I want to, I can say when I push that button, it opens a favorite app. So I can select that, select which app I want it to open. So say if it was Downloader, I selected it, go to create shortcut, and then now if I push this button, you will probably see, there you go, it opens up the app of my choice. So is it worth anyone from the UK getting this? Well, even with the price tag being inflated for shipping, import duty and Royal Mail processing fees, then I would say if you can live without Channel 4 for the moment, although that might come along shortly, then yes. Certainly if you want the freedom to sideload apps, then yeah, definitely. I mean, with Amazon on the verge of releasing new Fire Sticks and Cubes with this lockdown system, a bit like Roku, then it's a bit of a no-brainer. I mean, the ONN 4K Pro has double the memory of the biggest Fire TV stick and Cube. It's got more RAM. The processor is on par with the 4K Max 2nd generation, as is the graphics card as well that's built into it. It's got a USB socket instead of USB 2, and you've got the Google function too. It is a great Google TV device. Nice and quick. The menus are nice and snappy. I think it's really on par with the standard Nvidia Shield device, which at the moment in the UK is $134.99, so cheaper than that, but probably just as good performance. So there we are. If you've got any comments, suggestions or other videos you want me to do on the ONN 4K Pro for you in the UK, then let us know in the comments down below. If you like this video and you found it useful, then please consider hitting that thanks button and making a donation to this channel. And once again, my thanks to CordcuttersLI for helping me acquire this device. Go check out his channel. I'm going to put a link to it in the description down below, along with hopefully a button at the end of this video which should take you straight to his channel. If you haven't done so already, please hit that subscribe button so you find out about all my latest videos the second they're released. Also, if you want to check me out on Twitter, I'm at CWTEK, and if you want to check out my website, it's cwtek.co.uk. Thanks very much for watching. Speak to you again soon.